I'm just going to talk for a second about the current state of Enhance and the war within beta. TLDR, it's fucking horrible. There's really no other way to put it. The shaman changes for Ellie and Resto seem to be pretty good. For Enhance, we just got strictly nerfed. We got nothing new besides Blizzard putting Flurry into our spec tree, into the class tree, and changing the linking of Ellie Blast to elemental weapons, so we are now forced to take Flurry and this useless talent to take the rest of our tree for the elementalist build, so we drop Swirling Maelstrom for this, which is pretty fucking garbage, to be honest. The hero talent trees, they really just don't want you to play the elementalist build, is what it seems like. This whole tree is based around generating as much Maelstrom as possible. The Stormstrike build generates way more than the elementalist build does. And it's also, yeah, no, this whole tree is just based around pressing Stormstrike and Lightning Bolt as much as possible, and elementalist build doesn't really press them that much. This tree is just, it's pretty undertuned, and also it's the same thing. It's like Blizzard doesn't really know what they want it to be honest. Like, you want to be pressing Stormstrike with this build as much as possible, or this talent tree as much as possible, but you also want to be pressing Lava Lash as much as possible, but like Elementalist build, you're not really pressing Stormstrike. The Stormstrike build, you're not really pressing Lava Lash, so I mean, doesn't really make that much sense. Again, you don't even take Hailstorm on the Stormstrike build, and you're like almost never pressing Lava Lash. And this, I don't know, this talent is like hilariously undertuned. You'd obviously want to take this, but again, this is like completely RNG for the Stormstrike build because of DRE, and the Elementalist build never uses Ascendance. This is obviously good for the Stormstrike build. Does almost nothing for the Elementalist build because Wind Fury is like fucking 2% of your damage. This shit is completely useless. This talent is a complete. Oh no, they actually changed this. This used to buff Flame Tongue damage, which was terrible, but this seems a bit better. That still seems really bad though. And the thing is, this talent, Sundering, you can't really run Sundering with either talent build now because of, again, they forced Flurry into the spec tree instead of the class tree, so we just lose a talent point having to path down through here to grab this useless talent, but yeah, I don't know. Like, neither of the trees just, I don't know, they aren't very functional at all. They don't synergize with anything. Also with this, Tempest is a cool spell, but on the Elementalist build, it should be functional with Primordial Wave in some way. Because pressing Primordial Wave and then not being able to press Lightning Bolt because you have a Tempest proc feels pretty bad. I don't know what the solution to that is. On top of getting an Ascendance proc with Thorn's Invocation, you kind of just like can't press Tempest when you get an Ascendance proc, and this is obviously like more catered to the Stormstrike build, so you'll be getting Ascendance procs. Like, everything just seems counter synergistic. It seems like they designed this completely around Ellie, and this seems to be just not, I don't know, this is like an afterthought, to be honest. Survivability, honestly, they added the spell I've been saying they should add back for fucking years. which is good. It's like a good step in the right direction, but the shield is just so bad. We have almost 5 million health. I'm wearing greens. It's an 800k shield. This is smaller than Mage Barrier on a 2-minute cooldown. You can reset it with Totemic Recall, but I mean, it's just, this shield needs to be, the strength of the shield needs to be like doubled or tripled for this to be, like, to justify the 2-minute cooldown, in my opinion. I think if the shield is 800k, the totem should be like a 30-second cooldown, and just remove the like periodic every 5-second shield. It just doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I just think the tree is like fine. They just need to just put this back in the class tree, connect Ellie Blast to elemental weapons again. Let us take Swirling Maelstrom, let us take Legacy of the Frost Witch, would be pretty fun. Would make the spec a lot more enjoyable. Also, I don't, pretty sure Ellie Blast is bugged. You're supposed to have 2 charges of it, but for some reason in the beta you only get 1. But yeah, I don't know. Make Thorm's Invocation, cast Tempest, make Primordial Wave function with Tempest in some way, and the spec is great. Also, our tier set is absolutely broken. Everyone else gets like some tiny 2% damage increase, and we get like one of the strongest tier sets in the history of the game. But we just get nerfed, so I don't know, it is what it is. It's the life of an enhanced player. That's just my thoughts. Hopefully they fix shit, but as it is right now, the spec is not looking very appealing.